Kate Harker's first U.S. National. She's in an A fuel car taking on another one of those nasty supercharged machines. Marty Thacker not only cuts a great light, but runs a great number as well. 5:36.8 beats a 5:36.5. That's what they call a whole shot win. Back on the starting line, that's the driver of the Tough Shine car, Aaron Oliveras. Driving for the former world champion Arthur Gallant. On the other side, one of those tough supercharged cars of Marty Thacker. More about that in a moment. Want to remind you, though, that our next Lucas Oil Drag Racing Series event is going to be the O'Reilly Fall Nationals from Dallas, Texas. You can catch all the coverage here on ESPN2 and ESPN2 HD Sunday, September the 30th at 11 a.m. We'll see Dennis Taylor at that race, right?
At Dallas, you bet.
All concrete facility. Do you look forward to running at Billy Myers?
I look forward to running all the national events, you know, great prepared racetracks.
It'll be very interesting. Marty Thacker, who gave us one of the highlight reels a few years ago, Friday night qualifying under the lights, carried that thing in the front end, up in the air to about half track, qualified for the field. There's no middle ground for Marty. This Torco car runs like gangbusters, revs it way up, runs it very hard. And if he's on his game, Aaron Oliveras can have his hands full.
I got to tell you, I'm a little worried about Arthur Gallant here smoking the tires after they ran so well yesterday. Even though it was hot in the afternoon, they had a killer run yesterday.
Yeah, that's a big-time run. They ran 5:25. They're a tenth of a second better. If both cars run to their potential, the injected cars should get the win. But Marty Thacker is just so strong. Devastating off the starting line. It's going to be interesting. I believe Aaron's got to stay right with him out of the gate or he'll be in trouble.
Chance to go to the semifinals, the biggest drag race on the planet. Thacker over in the right lane, Oliveras in the left. Thacker moves first. Oliveras goes up in smoke. 5:36. That'd have been a tough number to beat. That blown car just rock and roll down the racetrack.
It's like a bracket car. 30s in the qualifying, 36 in the opening round, 36 right here. He was better out of the gate by 500s, and I firmly believe that before they shook and smoked the tires, that race was over.
I'm telling you, I think the winds of change has happened here, and the weather is now favoring the blown car. If I got a blown car, I like my chances.
Look at that. Just gets that front end up just a little bit. I mean, it's not like that Friday night qualifying run that he had here. That looks like minimal tire shake, and like I said, there are very few guys who can handle a race car as good as Marty Thacker.
He's got Marty Thacker and a bracket car.
Yeah, running in the 30s, Marty, another 30, a 36 right there. You got a good one going today.
Oh, we got a blown car, thinks it's an A fuel car. I don't know what's wrong with it. Just keeps running. Crew's doing a great job. I got a new haircut by my daughter here. Evelyn, Luttrell, everybody at Torco's giving us all this stuff, and the car loves us for some reason this weekend. It's been running good. We're pushing some head gaskets, having to throw a lot of head gaskets on it just for the cylinder pressure we're having to run. But hey, she's going down the track, she's staying clean, and life's great.
Getting down the track, that can be a key on Elimination Day.
And it's interesting. I imagine that Tasker will be in that left-hand lane, putting Frank Manzo over there on the right-hand side, where he's not spent much time this weekend. That could be a factor in the finals.
Once again, down to the far end before we catch up with our final pair.
And Dave Harada being congratulated by everyone down here. What do you think about that, man? Going to the finals, first time since what, 2000 you've been to the finals here?
You know, we've struggled for a few years. Been a mediocre car. We really found something the last couple of weeks. We did some testing last Tuesday, and really we tested pretty bad, which told us to go the other way. Went to Bowling Green, swept the divisional, wire-to-wire job, just coming out here. I'm just being here on Monday. I mean, it's awesome. I'm speechless. We're at the big go. This is Indy. I mean, we're in the final two cars. Thanks, Evan, NGK, Friction Unlimited, Torco. I mean, this is beautiful. It's a win-win for us. If we win, it's a bigger win. We lose, we're still winning. You know, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Well, I do believe he's not going to be taking on that Marty Thacker. Thacker looked to us like he drove over the center line and hit those blocks. And we'll watch this again. There's a tire smoke from Jeff Moore right off the starting line. Look at Marty's car. Drift near the center line, on the center line. Certainly looked to me like he got some of those blocks down there. And we'll have to wait for a ruling, but he goes on through, and we'll watch it again from a different angle.
Like something came off that car was the blower belt. It came off on the left side. Marty Thacker is good, and the supercharged machine will race its way into the final round. Give up lane choice, though.
A 590 gets in the final round. Frank Manzo's in the final with a 570. I saw that blower belt come off. I thought when he got near the center line at real time that was one of those little orange blocks. If you hit that, grounds for disqualification. So Marty Thacker dodges one right there, and he'll go into the final round against his fellow D3 racer.
Great. There's Marty Thacker in his road to the finals here at Indy. The other side of the racetrack, Dave Hirata. Neither one of these racers have ever won the Mac Tools U.S. Nationals.
It'd be kind of cool for the Torco team, right? They've had, they're both sponsored by Evan Nolan, the Torco gang. We mentioned at the beginning of the show that Dave's dad had the car that beat Don Garlitz back there in 1963. Happened on a foul start. It's going to be interesting to watch and see how Marty Thacker has recovered. He's a guy that if he runs this car down the racetrack, he can run side by side with that great race car right there of Dave Hirata.
The other Sportsman winners making their way down to the end of the racetrack to celebrate. Here it is, the final race, the Mac Tools U.S. Nationals in our Lucas Oil Drag Racing Series event. Who's going to hoist the Wally? Big move on the copter cam. Hirata trying to run him down, but he'll run out of ground. It's Marty Thacker at 539, 264 miles an hour, and you saw exactly how that race played out from start to finish.
Except for that one round, the semifinals, Marty made a living in that 530 range. We'll watch him out of the starting gate. Slight edge for Marty Thacker. Look at him manhandle that car. That baby looked like it was out of it, way out of the groove. These are cars that shift a couple of times. That's what you want to do. Lift the front end, get all the weight to the back of the car. Don't want to carry it up too high. That's what he did that Friday race in Indy a couple of years ago. We talked about it'll come down, looks like a plane when it lands, smoke off the tires, gets a little sideways. You can see the front tires there sideways.
Oh, look at the back end workout now.
Look at that, and he held him off. 544 for Dave Hirata, 260 the speed. Big time win right there for the entire Marty Thacker team.
He got a workout, and he also gets a Wally. We will talk to Marty Thacker when we come back and break down the 53rd running of the Mac Tools U.S. Nationals.
Marty, congratulations. Except for that last round, I mean, the guy said you just made a living in that 530 range all day.
Oh, the crew has just done fabulous work. I mean, to watch them and they had the transmission, the clutch out, the transmission out, a new clutch in the car and the transmission back in before I got the valves adjusted that time. I said, you guys are kidding me. Evan, Luttrell, everybody at Torco gives us everything we need. We got this great Lucas Oil, and the motor don't blow up because of that. And hey, my dad's here with me. He kind of retired on me last year. He's here today. My kids are here all weekend. This is just a dream come true. We won races here, there, yonder. Nothing's Indy. Nothing's Indy.